In the last video, we talk about how we can just handle async methods using a promise. And in this video, we are going to explore another way to do that. And that way is using async await. So basics of async await is that you can await on any line in your async method, but you have to make sure that the whole method or the function should be an async method or a function. Hey everyone, this is Kamran and I'm a full stack web developer and I've been working on a Node.js for a long time. In this video series, I'm teaching Node.js to a fresher as well as whoever willing to learn. And if you are new here, I will suggest you to hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell and share this video with all of your friends who are willing to learn the Node.js and make their career in Node.js development. So let's talk about async await in this video. To use an async await, we are going to wrap our function inside another function, which will be an async function. Explicitly, we have to mention that the function is async. How we do that? Let's try to understand. So now I'm going to create a new function, which will be our main function. That will be a simple function. And I'm going to call everything inside this function. Now I have to call this function as well. So I'm just going to call this right like this. But now we have to mention that this main function is async. So to do that, we have to tell this function that it should work async, right? So let's do that. So if I add async over here, this will act as an async and everything inside this method will be async. Now it's time to use await. So this is all about promises. So we can remove these and then I'm going to add await over here. So I'm going to take my data inside this and I will use await to get the data from this function, and then I'm going to print the data over here. So unless this method, this get data method is executed and returns some data, we can't print this, right? With this variable will be undefined. So this await will make sure that this function is executed, then only it goes to the next line. And here in this, we have this promise which resolves the data, right? So when we call this method, we are going to get the data inside this and we are going to print this. Let's try to run this and you will understand how exactly async await works over here. So now here I'm going to just say npm start, and here you can see that the file content is printed, which is the print inside the promise. And once the promise is resolved, then only the data and the content of the file is printed in the main function. So now you understood that if you want to wait at some particular function or method to be executed, you have to use the await over there, and you have to make sure that the whole function should be a sync function. And the good news is, in the latest version of Node.js, we don't have to use this async as well. We just simply can use this await, and we can simply use await at any line of the code. I hope this simple tutorial give you a brief idea about how to use async await and where it is used and how this makes our code pretty as well as our life easier. So you can keep practicing using async await. Happy coding everyone. See you in the next video.